You've been lied to, and it's holding you back as a creator. What if I told you that everything that you thought you needed to succeed in filmmaking and photography is actually not exactly true? Today, I'm going to be talking about some of the biggest lies that we tell ourselves, or that other people tell us, or that we seem to get from all around about becoming a great photographer or a great videographer or a great content creator. And we're going to look at what actually matters in becoming a great, productive content creator. So first, let's look at the lies we've been told. Let's try to debunk some of these myths. The first lie is that you need the best gear to be a great creator. The truth is that creativity is more important than gear. What's the proof? Many iconic films, many great photographs, many great videos out there were made with limited equipment. That's a fact. I've seen award-winning photographs that were shot with an iPhone. I've seen award-winning photographs that were shot with cameras that were 10, 15 years old. So it's really about the photographer, not about the camera. And I've heard of films that were shot on an iPhone. All right, you've heard about those kind of films before. It's not really about what you use. I know someone, for instance, who has built an audience and won brand deals from shooting with a techno phone, and he became a techno ambassador, a brand ambassador for techno. And a lot of people argue and say, oh, the best phones that you need to take pictures nowadays has to be an iPhone or a Samsung, but that's not true. People have become brand ambassadors, won lucrative brand deals, travel around the world because they were creating content with less expensive gear, less expensive phones, and they became successful. So you really don't need to have the best gear or the most expensive equipment to be a great creator. So instead of waiting for better gear, master what you already have. Pick the phone, whatever device it is that you have, and master it. You will be surprised at just how good your content can get if you master the tools you already own. The second lie is that you have to be naturally talented to be successful. The truth is that skill is learned, it's not inherited. Every professional, every pro today, every award-winning pro today started as a beginner. And another truth is that even if you are talented, talent minus hard work is equal to mediocrity. You can be a talented guy. If you're not hardworking, people will soon forget about you. How many great singers do we know out there that have amazing voices, talented voices, but they're nowhere today because they allow things to get in their way? But we know people who the industry knows, everybody knows that this guy is not really a great singer, but they reach the peak of fame and success in the industry because of their hard work, because of their determination, because of their drive. It's not really about talent. Growth comes from consistent practice, no matter your talent level. So if you think you have talent or you don't have talent, that's not the issue. The issue is, are you learning every day, trying to improve? Are you trying to develop yourself? That's what you need to really become a great content creator. So forget all that gist about talent. Another lie is that expensive software and editing makes your work better. The truth is that what is more important is your ability to tell stories and your ability to compose and craft your storyline. I mean, many viral or impactful videos were made with basic tools, basic editing software, and so on. But the story was so good and was so eloquently and beautifully told that it made a great impact. So if you have a good story, if you master storytelling, master composition, master some techniques and how to manage the equipment you already have, and your beautiful story comes out, you can do much more than someone who has the best equipment but doesn't know how to tell good stories. So your storytelling and your composition, these matter more. Another lie is that more followers equals more success. The truth is that engagement and impact matter more than all these vanity metrics. So if you have a small, loyal audience that is really impacted by the work you do, it is more powerful than having millions and millions of disengaged followers. You could have 1 million followers, but if half of them are not really interested in what you're doing, they're not really impacted by what you're doing, It's not as valuable as if you have just 10,000 followers and you are giving them value, they're giving you feedback, they're growing because of you, and they're entertained because of your content. I think that having more followers is not the goal. The impact, the engagement, the value that you add, I think that's more important than just having large numbers. Another lie is that everything has to be perfect before you start. The truth is that perfectionism kills progress. I've done a video on that before on my channel. Trying to be perfect, it really holds you back. So don't wait for everything to be perfect before you start. It's a lie. You don't have to have everything done. You learn by doing. Your first 100 videos or your first 10,000 photos will not be your best, and that's okay. You improve by doing. Perfection comes as you keep moving. So what actually matters? What is the truth about success as a creator? Instead of chasing all these myths and fantasies and believing all these lies, focus instead on number one, mastering the fundamentals. Understand lighting, understand composition, understand framing, understand storytelling. These fundamentals, if you master them, you know how to frame, you know how to use light, you know how to compose, and you know how to tell a good story. You will go much further than just having the latest gear or the latest lens and so on and so forth. Another thing you need to focus on is consistency over perfection. Forget about perfection, focus on consistency. Don't think of how can I make the perfect video. Think about how can I keep showing up and making videos every day. How can I keep posting on Instagram valuable content every day? How can I be consistent in learning this craft? How can I be consistent in learning these fundamentals? If you focus on that and just keep creating, you are going to become a great creator. Another thing you should focus on is developing your unique style. And instead of imitating others, find your own voice. Find your own style. I struggled with that a lot. I see a nice video on YouTube, I want to imitate it or replicate it. But I've discovered that I'm more comfortable just being myself, alright? And just doing me and coming out with my own kind of content and just believing in what I'm doing. So focus on developing your unique style. Another thing you should focus on is connecting with your audience, right? Make work or content that resonates and not just looks good. So make sure that you are thinking that this photograph I want to create, this video I want to create, how can I make people feel it? How can I make people resonate with it? All right, so let that always be at the back of your mind and don't just create content for the sake of creating content. So in concluding this video, I want to say that you should forget the myths, forget the lies. Success isn't about gear, talent, or perfection. Not to say that these are not important. They are very important. Gear is important. Talent is good. Perfection is good to aim for perfection. But those are not the most important things. And if you think of those things first, or use that as a reason or drive for moving forward, you may find yourself getting stuck if, for instance, you don't have the best gear. If, for instance, you feel like your talent is not enough, or if, for instance, you feel like your videos and photos are not perfect. You see my point? So rather, focus on persistence, focus on creativity, focus on passion, focus on consistency. So tell me guys, what's one filmmaking or photography myth or lie that you used to believe that used to hold you back or that is still holding you back? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's it for today guys. This channel is the Be More, Do More, Have More channel, and I want to take you on a journey with me to be more, to do more, and to have more, right? I believe that everybody has limitless potential, or putting it another way, I believe that we are more than who we think we are. We can be more than who we think we are right now. We can do more than whatever it is we're doing now. We can have more than whatever it is we're having now. And I'm coming to you with these messages as a creator myself. I'm a photographer. I shoot videos. I make films. I do graphic design. I'm a creative. I'm an artist. And I'm using that platform to speak to my people, to speak to people who have similar leanings and similar passions, right? To say that you can grow, you can be more, you can do more, you can have more. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this channel together. I'll see you in the next video.